Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to welcome you all to another training component put together by the Creek Response Team. My name is Dave Hopkins. I'm leader of Creek Response Team A. I'm also the guy who's put together the new Creek Response Team website. So if you have any questions, find me on campus. I'll be more than happy to answer them, do the best I can, and we can certainly make any changes we want to. This is a fully customized, totally off-the-cuff thing. So we're putting it together to make our lives as sheepdog as easy as possible with all the data we need in one place. So I wanted to introduce you to the site. I wanted to help you get logged in, help you find some information, and help you understand the differences between the desktop version and what you would see on your phone or mobile device of some other kind. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen out, and I'm going to start by just trying to get you to log in and then show you what's going on all over. If you get to the site, you can see right here, this version. This is a browser version. This is Firefox. This is exactly what you'd see in Firefox itself. So you can see right here that you don't have a lot to choose from. You've got calendar, as the calendar loads, which is our team calendar. You have the update, the member data update form, which is the first form that you'll need to fill out when you're becoming a team member. And anytime after you have a data change, you'll fill that form out as well. Okay, in the news and links. So you're pretty limited to what you can do until you log in. And when you're on the desktop, the login's really easy to find. It's right there. It says sign in right at the bottom. So you'll just click that. You'll log in with whichever account you're using. The Gmail is the best way to do it. When you log in with your Gmail account, everything is automatic. Look, I didn't even have to put in my password, and I got the entire site content right there. Okay, so if we go back to the home, we'll start over again. Before we get started on the actual site content, one of the things I want to show you is this is what your view would probably look like on a mobile device. This is an emulator that I use, and we are currently looking at the Apple iPhone 6 emulator. Okay, so you'll see a couple of things here. One, the view is a little skewed. You don't have a lot of data. Okay, all you really get is the address and the map. Your menu is right here, so you have to click this little door to get the sidebar menu to pop up, and then you'll notice it's the same menu that we had on the full-size site when we were not logged in. Okay, but what you don't see is the sign-in button. There's no sign-in button on the mobile. It's usually right down here. So what you have to do is you have to click View as Desktop. It'll give you the full view as a desktop. And for some reason, it's not showing me. But typically, the sign-in button is then right there on the bottom. Let's see if I can rotate this to see if that'll make a difference. All right, so open. Oh, it's back to view as a desktop, as a mobile device again. So we click View as Desktop. And then hopefully it's going to show us that sign-in link. You have to forgive me with the there it is right there. Using this emulator is not perfect. It's not a perfect scenario. But so there's your sign-in link right there. When you click on that, you should get the option to put in your username and password, which is going to be your Gmail address. Now, if you don't have a Gmail address, it's whatever address you gave me when you filled out the first form. When you filled out the member update form, that email address that you used is what was used by the system to give you access to the website, to the team talk, and to the team webpage. All right, so hopefully that's taken care of the questions that we had regarding the mobile view, okay? I'm going to go ahead and drop out of the mobile view now, and we're just going to stay right here in the website, because once you're in the website in the mobile view, once you're logged into the website, even in the mobile view, it still works pretty much the same. The only difference is your menu is that little door. So once you're logged in, you get all the same stuff. You just have to find it under this little door. Okay, so all the same items are there. So running from the top down, on the main page, we have my favorite protection quote from the Bible, which is Luke 11:21. When a strong man fully armed guards his own homestead, his possessions are undisturbed. We also right there have the Richland Creek address, phone number, and website. So if anybody asks you, hey, what's the website? You have it right there. If you have to dial 911, right on the front page is the website, is the church address and phone number. We're also throwing a couple of kudos out to some supplemental tools that are helping us put this site together for free. So the assignments page is where you're going to find all of the upcoming assignments. Currently, you'll see that today is 12:22 down by my clock here. And so we have Christmas Eve service coming up. There are 6 services that day. So to filter on the upcoming event, you choose the event drop down, pick the upcoming event, and there's the schedule for that event. You can sort by name or the assignment number or the assignment itself. So you can, that way, as a team leader, for example, I can skim straight down and see who's supposed to be in what space. As the volunteer, you can click right here and see right where you're supposed to be. You can also click to remove that. There it goes. Type in your full name and filter right down to just your assignments. So you can see I'll be in 3, 5, 7, and 11 on this date. Now it's a little bit of a tricky one because there's often only one day and there's usually only one set that we're putting together. So it'll say, instead of saying 7 p.m., this will typically say Sunday services. But you might also see any kind of event here. We recently had Michael W. Smith. So you would see Michael W. Smith or concert or something like that come up. We had men serving at the Ladies' Christmas Tea, so there was Ladies' Christmas Tea there. We have a Friday service, so there's Friday service that needs to be done. So that's the assignments page. The assignments go up 6 days before the service date. So on Monday, you'll see Fridays services. On Tuesday, or Fridays and Saturdays. On Tuesdays, you'll see Sundays will become visible, and they'll stay visible until after the event has passed. All right, so the next line is the calendar. Calendar is a simple Google shared calendar. It's called the Richland Creek Community Church CRT calendar. It's right here. The public address for it is right here under this little plus. If you use Google Plus, or if you use Google Mail, you can add this to your calendar, and then all of these events show up on your calendar as well. You can also, right here, you'll find instructions on how to attach it to your calendar. If you need help with that ever, let me know. It's a great calendar. I try to keep it as up to date as possible. At the moment, I'm the only one who's keeping it up to date, and I do it from the bulletin. So if it's on the bulletin, it's on this list. It's pretty simple. All right, under the forms, we have 3 forms. The first form is your incident report form. The second is your member data update. And the third is the criminal background check. The criminal background check is just a PDF file. So when you click it, it will download the PDF file that you'll need to fill out when you are applying for a position on the security team. The other two are also available right here. So you just click it, it opens, and there's the form. Although it looks like the form is cut off, it's not. The form is fully visible. However, I did add pop it out, this little link right here at the top, to all of the pages, just to make it easier to see the entire form. So the forms are simple. You fill the form out and hit save at the end. Same thing with the member data update form. It's got the pop it out feature. Right here is a little note. This entire system is built on the Google platform, hence a Gmail address works best. Although it's not required, it does work best. Whatever you do, make sure it's an email that you check regularly, and all we need is your email, typically because Google handles the rest of the authentication. We don't supply passwords or anything. I literally just tell Google you're allowed in, and they say, okay, we'll check and make sure it's who he says he is. So your member update data form collects your spouse's name and your kids' names and your mobile phone number and email address. It collects those things so that we know how to pray for you and your family. It also so that we know your next of kin, your emergency contact people. That's what those things are for. All of the fields, let me rephrase that, most of the fields are voluntary. However, the more thorough the data, the better it's going to come across in the end when we're trying to use this data for something. Also keep in mind that this form here runs your membership on this website and through TeamTalk. So if you come in here and you change your email address here, once the system is processed, your email address and on everything is going to change. So you'll log in using that email address and so on. All right, in the news and links are very similar. So I'm only going to go over in the news. In the news is just everything. I get search notifications from Google every morning that talk about church shooting. So those two words in the same sentence with an and statement. So it has to have church and shooting. And I filter the results. It gives me 5 or 6 a day. And as I'm reading them, if I think they're pertinent or interesting, I put them up here. These also come from the other team members. If somebody forwards something to me, I'll put it up here. Links is, oh, my mouse just froze. That's terrific. I think my battery just ran down. Yep, stand by. Happen to have a battery right here. You know, it never fails. You can never plan for absolutely everything. And we have mouse movement again. Okay, terrific. So moving on to the links page. The links page. So the links page is a short list. It's the Richland Creek Church, the Richland Creek on the City, how to sign into your Google account with another email address. And I also put how to add email addresses to your Google account. So for example, my work email is dhopkins@netdes.com. So my netdes.com is actually a legal email to sign into my Google account. I can use that to sign into my Google account. I can also use my standard email, which is the 4355398@gmail.com. And this is how you do that. The nice thing is when you have these all associated, you can log in here with a Yahoo account because it is now associated with your Gmail. Again, if you have any questions about anything that I'm covering, by all means, hit me up on campus or send me an email or a text. I respond to Hangouts really quickly, and I'll be more than happy to help you. The next section is maps. There are 4 maps. It's actually 3 maps, one of which is colored in 2 different fashions. So you've got the zone map, the evac map, and the parking map. The zone map, the color version, I like it a lot. It's a lot easier to see. It gives you a good understanding of what we expect as far as the zones. So 1, 2, 3, back wall, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and FLC. All right, here's the original. It's non-colored. I made the colors because it's not very clear where back wall is and where 2 and 3 end. And so that everybody knows 2 and 3 ends at that middle row, that middle vertical or horizontal row across the middle of the sanctuary. The evac map is mostly for daytime and, Monday through Friday and Sunday morning when we have kids in. This is the directions that they will use to evacuate the building in the case of a fire or other emergency, and the directions that they will take to get down to the lower lots. And then finally, the parking map. This was just a recent put together. This is not an official map. This is something that we're working on, but it gives us a good general idea of what the lots are called and where they exist currently. So you've got upper and lower overflow, front, side, and back, gravel lot, and lower lot. So just to make it simple, if you're on the radio and something happens in the lower lot and you scream lower lot, then we'll know where to go. So that's the maps. POI. So the POI is very simple. You have a list of names of people that are associated with issues at Richland Creek Community Church. So when you click on the POI, you're going to see a list of faces as well as data regarding that person. Obviously, I'm not going to go in and show this on a public YouTube video. So once you get logged in, I recommend that you open POI, that you scroll through those videos, through those pictures, get familiar with the information involved in there, and go from there. All right, the SOP. This is our standard operating procedure. So with the SOP, it's a little bit of everything on how the team does business. You can see the sections here. They're also listed right here on the front page. And each section covers different basics regarding the SOP. This is a living document, so I recommend that you subscribe to changes of the website so that you will get notified whenever one of those pages is updated. Okay. On that note, on the subscription, right down here under Get Notified, there are the 2 sections that you need to subscribe to if you want to change your notifications or receive notifications when the site gets updated. So this one right here, subscribe to site changes, uses a product called FeedBurner. You type in your email address and you type in whatever is put up right here. You type that in here, you say complete, and it will set you up to receive notices on the entire CRT website. So anything that changes on this website, you will now get a notice from it. The second one talks about how to subscribe to Team Talk and to get notices there. I'm going to go through that in a second. Matter of fact, I'm going to go through that right now. So here's Team Talk. Team Talk is the chat replacement for the city, right? All the rest of this stuff, assignments and calendar and forms and all of this other stuff, is stuff we did not have on the city. That's all brand new features that we get now. Team Talk is the one piece that the city did that we're replacing. Everything else over here is brand new features and functionality that we get. All right. So just like I did on the forums, I gave you a pop it out option on Team Talk. Although Team Talk works pretty well, right inside the site, you can pop it out. So the way Team Talk works is this. What you have is a list of conversations or notices or whatever. Each number beside it indicates responses. So the CRT luncheon, you can see there was quite a few responses to that one. If you click on it, it'll open the conversation and all of its responses. Pretty simple stuff. If you want to respond to anything, you literally just open it right here at the top, click post a reply, or you can click reply in line. When you get the email, you can reply directly to the email and it'll be posted directly in. So you can see this extra stuff right here. This was posted in because I simply replied to the email. So simply replying to an email posts a reply on that topic for you when you get the email from the CRT. Your CRT emails, let's see, the subject line will have CRT in it and it'll say whatever the title of the luncheon, of the message is. Okay, to create a new topic, you simply click new topic and fill out the form. Very simple. Type whatever you want. Hit send or hit post. Okay, you can search for just about anything. So if we search for lunch, you'll see it filtered it to everything down to the CRT luncheon, and then you just start reading about that. You can mark all as read. Since I'm logged in as I'm logged in as KM4VMC, which is an alternative email address for me. So it doesn't think I've read any of this. So you mark all as read in this case. I don't have to look at it. You can also filter by all kinds of stuff. Tons of great filters. All right. Right here is where you subscribe to the Team Talk and adjust your membership. So it's telling you that this is the person that you're logged in as and how your name is being displayed. If you want to link to your Google profile, and then how you want to address the group as far as the frequency of your notices and what your name is going to look like when you post something. Here's also leave. If you leave, it will take you completely out of the group. You will no longer receive notices. Now, this service is provided, this tool here is provided by Google Groups. So if you're at all familiar with Google Groups, that's what this is. It's a full standard Google group. All right, the team page is our entire team and everything about them, including pastors. So for those of us that are new on the team, you can go right here to role, pastor, and there's all the pastors of the church with their basic information, okay, their basic email and photograph, full name. Some of them, like Pastor Jim, who is the leader of the of the security ministry, we have his full information. Pastor David's information. So it's very easy to find out, if you're new and you run across somebody and you need to recognize him, this is how you do it. You can also search by the team that you're on. So in my case, Team A. There's my ugly mug and all of my information. You can search by skills. So if you want to see everybody that knows CPR, for example, here's everyone that knows CPR. Then you can filter it further and say everybody that knows CPR on a particular team. So these are the people who know CPR on Team A. Filter it by worship service or by life group. I tried to get all the life groups in there, but if I missed one, let me know. There are currently 6 leaders in the group. You've got the 4 team leaders and Jack. The 5 team leaders and Jack. So that's the team. Now, one other thing that might help, when you go to a particular team, you can download that data by CSV. So that gives you a comma-separated value, a list of the person's name, their role, and their phone number and email address so that you can connect with your own team. The final page is the training page, which is where you're going to find this video. This video will be right here, how to use the Creek Response Team website. I've also thrown other videos up there, like using Google Groups, which I did not publish that video, but it's a terrific video. He did a great job. How to clean your radio earpiece, another one I did not publish. How to wear your radio earpiece and using the DTR 650 are both videos that I produced. These 4 videos here are the original training videos that we use for CRT. And then I published in the using the DTR 650 video, I put together this rules of radio conduct, and I just put a quick link to it right here so that we can get to it in case anybody ever needs a reminder. Next and final on this site, the web address is rcccrt.com, which is Richland Creek Community Church, CRT, Creek Response Team. I wrote it out right here, .com. So it's real easy to remember. And if you have any questions, you can reach me at admin@rcccrt.com. You can also reach me on campus or by clicking over here on the team, finding my name, my email address, cell phone number are all right here. All right, I think that covers everything. If you can't find anything in here ever, the search works terrific. And let me stop presenting. So the biggest question that I've been having was, how do you log in on the mobile device? And I hope I got that one squared away for you so that you'll be able to at least log into the system on your mobile device. Finding the sign-in is the biggest problem that we've been having. Other than that, navigating the site is pretty self-explanatory. But again, if you have any questions, just give me a call or hit me up on campus. All right, thanks again for your time, and let me know if you have any questions.